Hello everyone, my name is Shivani. I'm a Canadian licensed immigration consultant and I'm also the founder of Zeste Immigration Services Incorporation. We have proudly launched this initiative to offer free French language lessons to help on your Canadian immigration journey right here on this very YouTube channel. As you may know, French is becoming a key factor in Canadian immigration, and many programs now provide easier or faster pathways if you have strong French skills. Whether you're aiming for a Canadian work permit, direct permanent residency from within Canada or your home country to Canada, or looking to boost your CRS or PNP scores, French can open many doors. That's why we are committed to providing full French training from level A1 to C2, from beginner to advanced level, completely free of charge on this platform, on this very YouTube channel. We will be uploading videos regularly, so be sure to subscribe and stay tuned and watch each lesson to get most benefit from this opportunity. This entire series is our way of supporting you on your immigration path, and your support means the world to us in return. Thank you, and let's learn French together for a brighter future in Canada. Keep watching this video to continue with your French lesson. All the very best for this lesson and many more to come.
So lesson 10's objectives are infinite verbs, French moods and tenses, the 3 verb groups, and present tense conjugations of group 1 and 2 verbs. So first of all, with verbs à l'infinitif, we call it, or the infinitive, is the base form of the verb. So it's not conjugated yet. For example, to listen is écouter. So écouter would be your verbe à l'infinitif. Once you conjugate it, it becomes le verbe conjuguer. To succeed is réussir. To sell is vendre. To visit, visiter. To choose, choisir. So when do you use the infinitive verb? So you're going to use it during instructions or recipes. So for example, in a recipe and you're saying add sugar and stir gently, you're going to use the verb in the infinitive to say ajouter du sucre et remuer doucement. So ajouter, remuer are your verbs à l'infinitif, infinitive. You're also going to use them at the end of certain prepositions, des prépositions. So for example, she is learning to swim. Elle apprend à nager. So nager is your verbe à l'infinitif. Ils sortent sans dire au revoir. They leave without saying goodbye. Okay? Dire is your verb à l'infinitif, ton verbe à l'infinitif. You're also going to use it after certain adjectives. So for example, if you're trying to say he is happy to start a new job, you're going to say il est heureux de commencer un nouveau travail. Commencer, ton verbe à l'infinitif. You could also use it as the subject of a sentence. For example, courir est bon pour la santé. Running is good for your health. Courir, c'est ton verbe à l'infinitif. And you can use it after question words. For example, comment faire maintenant? Que faire maintenant? What to do now? Faire is your verbe à l'infinitif. Okay? So now we're going to talk about moods and tenses, les modes et le temps du verbe. So there are different moods of verbs in French. We have l'indicatif, which presents facts or reality. Le conditionnel, which is hypothetical situations. Le subjonctif, which is doubts, wishes, emotions. And l'impératif, which is orders and requests. Les temps du verbe. So now, indicative tenses. So le temps de l'indicatif du verbe. Okay? There's different tenses. So you have your verb that you didn't conjugate yet, or you didn't t'as pas conjugué encore. Then you have les temps à l'infinitif. So we have le présent, which is the present. We have passé composé, which is past tense. You have imparfait, which is imperfect. Futur simple, which is the future. And plus que parfait, which is plus perfect. Now, we're going to be looking at different kinds of, we have the progressive form in French. So French does not have a direct equivalent to the English ing, so ing form. Instead, we use other tenses or constructions of verbs. So the English tense, I am eating, becomes je mange or je suis en train de manger. Je mange would be I eat, which you don't hear that in English, but I'm saying if you actually translated it word for word, je mange would be I eat, and then je suis en train de manger would be I am eating. I was eating is je mangeais. So in the past, I was eating. Dans le passé, je mangeais. I have been eating is je mange. That's right now, this is what I'm doing. I had been eating is je mangeais or j'étais en train de manger. So there are three groups of verbs in the French language that share a lot of similarities with how they end, how you conjugate them. So group one is regular verbs ending in er, like parler, to speak. Group number two is regular verbs ending in ir. So with present participle ending in issant. So isa. For example, finir, to finish. And the third group is irregular verbs. So we have here prendre, so to take, or dormir, to sleep. They don't necessarily follow the same rules as the other verbs. Aller, so to go, ends in er, but is an irregular verb because we love exceptions. Now, how do you conjugate the first group, okay, to the present tense? So you remove the er and you add the ending. So earlier I talked about how the beginning of the verb stays the same and the ending changes, okay? So le radical, which is the beginning of the verb, is going to stay the same, and then la terminaison, which is the ending, is going to change. So for example, danser ends in er, but we have je danse. I dance, I am dancing. Tu danses, you dance. Il danse, elle danse, on danse. He, she, one dances. Nous dansons, we dance. Vous dansez, you dance, but in the plural form. Il danse, elle danse, they dance. Again, the same rules apply where if it's you use il, if there is even a singular male present. Now let's practice finishing the conjugation of these verbs, okay? So we're going to look at le verbe regarder, so to watch. Je regarde, based on danse, it ends with an E. Tu regarde, ending with an S. Il ou elle, that's it, regarde, ending with an E. Nous regardons, ending with ONS. Vous regardez, ending with a Z. And il with an S, elle with an S. regarde, ENT at the end, and the NT is silent. Now to conjugate the second group, we're going to use the example of réussir. So to succeed, we have je réussis with an S at the end. For I succeed, I am succeeding. Tu réussis, you succeed. Il réussit, elle réussit, on réussit is he, she, one succeeds. That ends with a T. Nous réussissons. That's where the ISSANT there that we saw earlier, that's where this comes in. Nous réussissons. We succeed. Vous réussissez. You succeed, the plural form. Ils, elles réussissent. ENT, they succeed. And again, here, the NT are silent. So let's practice. I'm going to give you a verb, le verbe punir, and you're going to conjugate it for me as per the pronoun I'm going to give you. So when we're talking about punir and we say je, how would you conjugate that? Je punis with an S at the end. Now tu. Tu punis with an S at the end. Il ou elle. Il ou elle punit with a T that is silent. Nous. Nous punissons. Vous. Vous punissez. Il ou elle avec un S. Il ou elle punissent, and the NTs are silent. Now if I gave you the example of maigrir, to lose weight, we would say, je maigris, with an S at the end. Tu maigris, with an S at the end. Il maigrit with a T at the end. Nous maigrissons. Nous maigrissons, ONS is the proper way to conjugate that verb. Vous maigrissez. And il ou elle with an S. Il ou elle maigrissent, NT is silent. Now, I would like for you guys to translate what I'm about to say, the sentence I'm about to say, in French, okay? Roger and I are walking into the forest. Roger and I are walking into the forest. Roger et moi marchons dans la forêt. Tiffany is reading a novel. Tiffany lit un roman. We are choosing a movie. Nous choisissons un film. The kids are filling up their water bottles. Les enfants remplissent leurs bouteilles d'eau.